morning, Adventure Kids. I hope you are having a wonderful week, and I'm so glad that you are joining us here today. Today we are learning all about a person called Daniel. Can you say Daniel? Good job. And some lions. Now, can anybody do a lion sound? Do they go woof? No. Do they say meow? Because they're cats, aren't they? No, I think they make a louder noise than that. Can anyone help me? That's it, they roar, don't they? Okay, Adventure Kids, on the count of 3, I want to hear your biggest, loudest roar that you can do. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Well done, well done. Right, we are going to hand over now to Tamsin, and she is going to read the story to us.
Good morning, Adventure Kids. It's Tamsin here again this morning. I hope you're doing well. Now then, have you been listening? Have you seen some fireworks out of your bedroom window? I bet you have. Lovely, I love fireworks. They can be a bit noisy, but I really like them. This morning, we're going to have a story about Daniel and the lion's den. So are you ready? Here we go. Daniel always did what he believed was right. He always said his prayers to God, and he always obeyed God. Daniel did what he believed was right, even when everything else went wrong. One sad day, the great, ever so many great-grandchildren of Abraham lost a fight against the bad soldiers. Daniel was one of the people taken far away. He went to a place called Babylon. Everything was going wrong. He was having a bad time. But Daniel went on doing what he believed was right. He always followed God's laws. The king of Babylon could see that Daniel was a good man, and he gave him a very important job to do. That made everyone else very jealous. They were cross with him. So they went to see the king. "Oh, king," they said, "you are so great and wonderful. Make a law that says you will punish anyone who treats anyone else as important as you." "Ooh, a good idea," said the king. "Say that anyone who disobeys you will be thrown into the pit of lions," said the men. "That's a good idea," said the king. Daniel knew that everything was going wrong, but he still did what he believed was right. He still said his prayers to God, and he still obeyed God. Those bad men came to spy on him, and they saw what he was doing. Then they went and told on the king. They were telltalers. They went and told the king. Daniel is praying to his God, and he thinks his God is even bigger than you and greater than you. The king was sad. Now he must punish Daniel. So Daniel was thrown into a pit of hungry lions. Everything was really going wrong. But Daniel still did what he believed was right. He still said his prayers to God, and he still obeyed God. The next morning, the king came to see what had happened. And Daniel was still alive. God had not let the lions hurt him. "Hooray," said the king. "I shall make a new law that everyone must respect Daniel's God. He will be safe, and those bad men will be punished." Everything was going right, and Daniel still did what he believed was right. That was a really good story, wasn't it, Adventure Kids? How God kept Daniel safe even when he was with all of those lions. I wouldn't recommend going to have an overnight sleep with some lions. No, not really. But do you remember, we always have 3 things we need to remember from our stories. So are you ready with number 1? Number 1 is that we need to remember that Daniel trusted that God would protect him. So Daniel always trusted that God would keep him safe. God will always keep you safe too. Number 2, Daniel was always obedient to what God said. He always kept obeying God. And number 3, Daniel always prayed to God. Even when things were really difficult for him, he always kept talking to God. So you can always talk to God too. Have a great week, Adventure Kids. Bye-bye.
Hi Adventure Kids, it's Rachel here again, and we're here to do some craft. So, wasn't the story amazing today about Daniel being brave and doing the right thing, and being brave when he was thrown to the lions? So to remember how brave Daniel was, we're making a lion. So the things you will need today to make your lion are a paper plate, or if you don't have a paper plate, just cut a circle out of cardboard, and some other coloured cardboard, or if you don't have coloured cardboard, you can colour in some paper yourself. You will need some pens, you will need a pair of scissors, you will need some glue. So, the first thing you might want to do on your paper plate is to draw a face of the lion. So I'm going to give him some eyes, and I'm going to give him a nose and a mouth. And then you see these dots here, they're like for where his whiskers are, but you don't have to do them if you don't want to. Then you need to take the paper and you need to cut it into strips, just like these strips here. So you can use any colours you like. You could use yellow or brown, you know, lion-like colours. Then what you do is you fold the strips over each other about 1 centimetre each, like that. And then you pull it out and you have a bit of lion fur. So I'll do another couple for you to see. And that's my orange one. And, ooh.
Couple more. And you can make as many or as few of these as you want, and as many colours as you want. But I just use 2. There we go.
And then you take these lovely bits of lion mane fur that you've made, and you take your favourite thing, the glue stick, and you put some glue around the plate, like that. And then you stick the bits of lion fur onto the plate, just like this. See, I've got all different sized ones. Here we go, just one more, perhaps 2 more. And we have another amazing lion. So you could send us in some pictures of the lions that you make. I'd love to see them. Okay then, have a great week, boys and girls. Bye.
Well guys, I loved singing with you last week, so I thought let's do it again. We are going to sing a song called One Way, Jesus. Can you all say that? One Way, Jesus. Well done. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick run through the actions and then we'll get started. So for the chorus, we are going to go one way and then clap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Jesus. And then we're going to spin and go, you're the only one that I could live for. And then we're going to do it again. We're going to go one way, clap, clap, clap. Jesus, clap, clap, clap. You're the only one that I could live for. Got it? Don't worry if you haven't. I'm going to be down here doing the actions and the words are going to come up on the screen. All right, let's have a dance and a sing.
Lay my life down at your feet, 'cause you're the only one I need. Turn to you and you will always there. In troubled times, it's you I seek. I put you first, that's all I need. I humble all I am onto you. the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. Yeah, you are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for.
Well, thank you to Tamsin for reading the story, and I hope you had fun singing along with me and dancing away, and Rachel for that craft. That was so cool. Well, we are going to finish off with a prayer as always, so maybe bow your heads, close your eyes. Dear God, thank you that we can trust in you just like Daniel did. Thank you that you will protect us and keep us safe. Help us to remember to pray and to listen to you even when it's scary and even when it's hard. Thank you that you love and you care for us. Amen. Awesome. Well, that is everything from us this week, Adventure Kids. I hope you have had so much fun, and I can't wait to see you next week. Bye.